Okay, so how would you describe the current state of e-invoicing in the Netherlands?
Yeah, so in the Netherlands, the e-invoicing definitely exists. They are using the Peppol network, have some own formats. But in the Netherlands, there would also be a lot more potential to digitalize even more. And one thing there is good to know also that the government is now really taking a stronger role to push the e-invoicing. And some of the larger software players are also trying to move to that direction.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, you mentioned that the government is trying to push towards that, but are there any mandates in place or not at the moment?
On the public side, yes.
Yeah.
So in there, it has been since 2019 for the central government and 2020 for rest. But on the B2B side, not yet. Yeah. But it is really strongly recommended. And the government has also now, on the procurement side, taken the Peppol formats into use.
Yeah. Maybe we could talk about Peppol actually a bit more, since it is kind of the chosen route for the Netherlands as well. For those in our audience that are maybe not aware, how does one actually connect to the Peppol network and start using it?
So how Peppol work is through these different access points. So you connect to them and then they are connected to this network. And there are different ways you can kind of build your own infrastructure and everything for the access point, or then there are also a lot of different providers who offer this as a service, especially for software vendors.
Yeah. For those software vendors, I guess they are typically kind of the one in the end acting as the access point for their customers. Would you have any recommendations for them as to how they should get started? Like, is it easy to build one themselves, or would those providers, like outside providers, be a better route to take?
Well, I guess the answer is that it depends. Yeah. So, of course, both are valid options and you can do it with both. What is good to know is that running the access point, there are actually a lot of things to take into account if you want to do it well, safe and secure, and also following up all these things that are happening with the compliance. In the Dutch market, there are also these own formats and things to take into account. So it's not just one standard Peppol format that needs to be maintained. So I think kind of, especially if you want to ensure the quality of the service, it's good to at least check around what the providers have to offer.
Yeah. I've also understood that there's quite a few different these like payment solutions as well that are somehow tied to e-invoicing as well in the Dutch market. Could you maybe talk us through those as well, or some examples?
Yeah, so I guess that it is so that the Netherlands has been quite innovative with different types of payments and things, and it's also reflected in the invoicing. So they, for example, have their own format, a G account, and it's just a way that you can actually pay the invoice to two different accounts or places. Yeah. So it is just showing that kind of the needs and different solutions on that side show also how the invoicing and what the formats need to have to really make it work.
Yeah. What about if we think Peppol is obviously so much more than just the e-invoicing? So is there any movement towards, let's say, the e-ordering side, for example, in the Netherlands, or is that still a bit of an unknown territory for them?
Yeah, so there is, especially on the public side, so they are working with the digitalizing the procurement otherwise as well. So it is, and it is really like a network effect with the Peppol. So kind of when those different things start to move, the whole flow, automizing that is so much easier if you use the different Peppol formats. So it really has or should have an impact.
Yeah, for sure. Then if we maybe take a look at kind of these key takeaways again for software providers that are operating in the Netherlands or looking to go there, what would you mention as those?
Yeah, so definitely kind of Peppol is important there too. Yeah. It's good to know to be able to handle the Peppol formats and also the Dutch own formats, the SI-UBL, even the G account that I mentioned. And the Peppol adoption is really, I believe that it is coming to Netherlands in some time frame. And of course, there's Vida and other things as well. So having a good solution that the customers can benefit from is a good way to go.
Yeah.